Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and welcome on back to Leo Gaming. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'm having a fantastic day, and we are back in Transport Fever 2. The other day, I put out a video asking what you guys want to see here on the channel, and the actual responses that I got said we want Transport Fever 2. So that's what we are coming back here today. Not only because you guys want it, but because if you guys have not heard about it yet, there has been a new game update. So if you take a look in the description, you'll find two updates, or two links. One is to the new gameplay area wiki thing that the developers have published. So this is a direct, like, how to play the game manual that the developers have decided to release themselves. So that's already saying a lot right there. I'm also going to pause the game real quick because I totally forgot that I have a loan. But what else? The other thing is all the improvements that have been made in the game. These improvements range from track laying, from the actual gameplay performance, and many others. I'll leave the links down in the description so that way you guys can check those out right now. But we are taking a look at our brand new map here. What I am using for this LP is I'm using one of the experimental map sizes. This map is a 1x4 scale on a megalotonic map size. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to quickly show you guys the map here. So this is what we got going on. We have a temperate based map. There is a very high number of towns. I believe there is a total of 60 of them, I believe. And then there is about 290 industries. So yeah, we're going to be utilizing those a lot. I've already kind of gone over into this corner right over here just because I've kind of been looking around, seeing where is a good starting area, and I've noticed that this corner of the map has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and look over here, 6 and 7 cities that all require one common resource: tools. Tools are very easy to make, mind you. So the way you make tools is that you go ahead and take wood from the forestry, take it over to the lumber mill. The lumber mill turns it into planks, and the planks need to be transported to the tools factory, where they're then turned into tools. If that doesn't mean that we're going to be making a good amount of money, I don't know what is. So we got a little bit of options here. So what we got going on, I'm going to go and show you guys here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think that's all. We got one up there, but I'm not including that. But we got 6 in total for forestry areas. Then we have 2 sawmills. So sawmills are going to be the ones to churn the lumber into planks. Then we have the one tools factory. The one tools factory is going to be the only tough bit, because we're going to have to delegate all of the resource management to all of the surrounding towns. So 7 towns that we have to provide tools for. That's a daunting task at first, but I think we'll be able to work it out. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Which I think that the way I'm going to get that started is, first, I'm going to get like some local lines going between Biggleswade and Darwin, as well as to Thetford, as well as a local service going from Rugby, Emsworth to Woodstock, and then some intercontinental buses going from Weevils Cumbie to Woodstock, and from Wood Green to Rugby. So I'm going to go and get those bus lines set up, and if you heard that in the background, that was Copper sneezing his nose away. Let's go and get that line started off. So we're going to want to start off with some bus lines. So Woodstock seems pretty well developed right now. It isn't the largest city on the map, though. The largest city on the map is a city just down here called March. That doesn't really have a lot of industries nearby it, but we do have Wood Green, which is the second largest town in the area, which, mind you, that's actually not that bad, so we could go and benefit from that. So I'm going to go and get these stations put about. So, and just get these place over. I just do a kind of like this right here. I like the center of town. And then Emsworth. By the way, if you guys live in any of these cities, and if I'm pronouncing any of these incorrectly, just go and correct me in the comments. It's not going to be too big of a deal. If I'm pronouncing it completely wrong and like it sounds horrible, mind you, I am American, so I speak differently than most British, or than pretty much all British, to be honest. Some British will be able to understand what I'm talking about, because frankly, they know that some of their words are a bit difficult to pronounce. At least that's in my opinion. But yeah, maybe not right there. I kind of want to keep these stops almost central, because the closer to the central of the town you are, the more likely it is you're going to be able to make a income. Oh, let's put that right there. Why not? Okay, so got that. We need to get rugby. Maybe go right there. Might want to put it over here, actually. Or actually, we can go and put it kind of like right there. Does demolish a house, but that's fine. Over in Thetford, I'm gonna put it like right here. Okay, Darwin. Darwin, where am I gonna put you? Just right there as well. Now, granted, these buildings don't cost that much. But we do got to be mindful about how much we're spending. We only got about 8 million left. Now, mind you, I can go ahead and like adjust the sizes of these right now, but I'm not really too concerned about that. I'm more so concerned about getting these in and getting the space reserved, so that way I can get that sorted out first. Okay. So that's all of the passenger stations. Let's go and get the lines for that set up. So the first line we want to have are the ICB buses. So the buses that go in between the cities that are of longer distance. So we're going to have Wood Green halt to Rugby halt. So ICB Wood Green / Rugby. Actually, let's go ahead and try and abbreviate these. So Wood Green would be WGR, and then we'll have Rugby be RUG. Okay. Let's go and get you. Also going to, oh, not Rugby, my bad. We want you going there to Woodstock. So this is ICB. This is Wivelscombe. I'm gonna put it as WVL, because I don't know what it could be shortened to, and then Woodstock WSK. Okay, so those are the ICB lines that we'll have. I think we'll have one that goes between Thetford and Woodstock, actually. Yeah. Let's go ICB. We want Thetford. Let's go and do FD, TFD, and Woodstock. So SWSK. Okay. We also have Rugby over here. Kinda a little bit out of the way. We'll have it be a ICB going to Woodstock. I know that Woodstock kind of seems like the center point for the ICB system, but it'll work, I hope. So Rugby WBR or W. Let's go ahead and have it be WRGY, and that is going to be WSASK. Okay, next up, we want to go and get the local lines going from Biggleswade to Darwin to Thetford. Let's go and get that then. There we go. I'm going to put LOC for local, and it is going to be big for Biggleswade, with Dar for Darwin, and Thetford we are using TFD. Okay. Next up, this one would kind of be like a local. Well, actually no. Let's not have that one be. We'll have this one be a local regardless. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. This one is going to be an LOC. This one is going to be Woodstock. Emsworth. EMW, and Rugby, so RUG. There we go. Okay, so let's go and quickly get these stations expanded so that way they can occupy the number of lines that they have. So you're gonna need at least another 2 stops. That's good. So we're still paused in the game, that's fine. I don't think you're gonna need more, but yeah, we are gonna need to go and have you separated so that way you can use both terminals. Now you only have the 2 lines, right? Yes, that is correct. We don't need to adjust you. Thetford, you have 2 lines as well. Both going to their own dedicated platforms. That's good. Darwin, you're kind of like that, so let's go and have that going on. Then we have Biggleswade. I don't want the actual town, I want the actual stop. Only 1 stop at the moment, that's fine. Then Rugby only has 1 stop as well. There we go. So let's see here. Where is kind of like a centralized point? I think it's kind of Woodstock area. So I think it's kind of Woodstock area. Let's go ahead and get a road depot put over here. I'm going to kind of put this on the outskirt of the city, just so that way it's not like too much. Put it like too much curve. So the devs have actually improved that a little bit. Okay, so how many buses do we want to have on these lines? So first off, let's start with the ICB lines. The ICB lines, like for instance, the Thetford to Woodstock line, I think that's going to need at least 10 vehicles to start. Now we do only have 4 passenger vehicles. We could go up to the Landor, but that's 40k per vehicle. And if I were to go and do 10, that means I would be paying about 390k for those 10 vehicles. Granted, we have about 6.8 million left in our account. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. So let's go with the one, just 1 level down. It's only going 1 mile per hour slower, and it carries only 5 instead of 6. So we'll go with that. Saves us a bit of money for now. We'll most likely upgrade it at a later point. So Thetford to Woodstock. There we go. Next on up, the local service between Biggleswade and Thetford via Darwin. Let's go ahead and get another one of those. I think I'm going to put 20 vehicles on that. No, put like 16. 455,000. That's fine. Put that on local. Rugby, let's go and grab you. We'll go and put 10 on you as well. Well, actually, we'll put 8 on you because you are a smaller city. We shouldn't expect to get a lot of people going to and from you. The local line between Woodstock and Rugby via Emsworth. I think we're going to need around 16 vehicles on that as well. So we're going to have the same number right there. What are we missing now? So we don't have any buses on the ICB from that town. Eventually I'm going to end up renaming some of these towns to Woodstock. And then we don't have any buses on the Wood Green to Rugby line. Okay. So let's go and get some, let's go and put about 10 buses on each of those. And let's go and put another 10 on the Rugby line. There we go. Or Rugby to Wood Green. Now let's go ahead and watch these vehicles come on out and hopefully make us a little bit of money. I am going to go and upgrade this road real quick just because I want to. Okay. Let's go ahead and run this on 2x speed. I'm going to also run this date to half speed because I did have the date paused there. And let's go ahead and keep moving forward. Ooh boy, I didn't want to do that. Let's just go ahead and get this moving. Let's get rolling. Okay, that's just a big line of buses going along there. I might want to go ahead and turn off upkeep. We're not on income. We want to go costs. Turn that off. Thank you. Mostly because we don't want to risk a game crash because the game is loading too many vehicles that are spawning the expenses icon. Oh well. We got 3 vehicles going down this way. We should have a... Yeah, we are starting to get some more going this way now. Now, granted, they are going at max speed, but they can't go any faster than that. So, unfortunately, that's the way the game is going to have to play it. Now, it does look like people are now waiting over at Woodstock. 3 people going to Thetford, and 1 going on the, or 3 going on the local to Rugby. Okay. Let's go check the other lines. Doesn't look like these stations... Ooh, actually, Thetford has some that are going on the local to Biggleswade, and has some that are going on the ICB to Woodstock. Okay. Darwin, you have a few. 8 going towards Thetford, 7 going towards Biggleswade. Perfect. Okay. You got 15. Okay. That seems pretty good. And Rugby sightings. 12 people bound for you. Thank you. You got 9 going via Rugby, 10 going via Woodstock. Okay. And it looks like no one's going over to Wood Green yet. Okay. Oh, what about over here? We got a couple people that are wanting to go up towards Woodstock from here. Other than that, we don't have too many. We got Wood Green Halt here. That actually has an overcapacity amount. Ooh, boy. I'm going to run on 3x speed for a moment. And I'm going to do my vehicles a favor. I'm going to go ahead and get this road. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to grab it straight on out. And I'm going to go and get it going straight over to here. And let's have it do that. And there we go. Emsworth just got a little bit of a bypass for vehicles that need to go over in destruction. And Copper is drinking out of his water bowl now. Okay. Anyway, what else? So we need to go and get the cargo lines set up. That's right, that we need to go and do that. So we do got actually 3 more lumber mills over here. Okay. If I were to go and include these ones, I would want to set up a train line between all of them. Like have the wood coming from these 2 forestries down to here, and then a train takes them over to the sawmill. Hopper, are you done? Ouch. Jeez. Anyway, I would want to have a train that collects the wood from these 3 forestries and take them up to the sawmill. That are at least 2 of them. Maybe we won't get all 3. We also got a tools factory over here, so we could utilize that if we want to. All I'm seeing is just the potential for cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Now, I think what's going to be good is to ship out the tools. I think it would be best. To get them shipped out via train. Now, hear me out here. Trains are typically a financial hardship in the early game. If you're not making good income for them, that is. But if you're able to go ahead and set them up for profit-based lines where they're only making profit regardless of the direction they're going, then you're going to be rolling in the dough like crazy. So one thing that I'll go ahead and do is, let's see here. I think one thing that I'll do is eventually I'll get like a train line set up that goes from this forestry, have it go past the tools factory, and have it go from the to the sawmill, and do something like that. Maybe not to the same extent, but you get the picture. Because it would always guarantee that there would be some type of stopping. Okay. Now, what? Trying to think, like, where should we... Also, I just realized this oil well does not have a road connection. Okay, then. Guess the game decided it doesn't need one. Also, apparently we got a construction materials plant down here. I didn't realize that. Because we can ship it up to Woodstock and potentially ship it over to Biggleswade. Because these 2 do interlace over here. That way it can come back down. It also can go up to Emsworth. Could go to Wood Green. That actually would make it really useful. Let's get rid of that. We also got a fuel... Shush. We also got a fuel refinery right here with a oil refinery and oil wells down over here. And we also got an oil well up here in Rugby. But we could utilize that. We got the potential for a lot, is what I'm saying. So down here is kind of a really good starting area. And if you guys want to see the setup for this, then I think I have the information down in the description as well. So take a look at that if you want to go and get this set up as well. Ooh, we also got a tram. Might be able to use that sometime soon. In fact, speaking of, I could just use it over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these... let's go ahead and get this town for Wood Green set up with a few tram lines. Nothing crazy. I will need to have its own dedicated tram depot. Where is a good spot for it? Kind of like right down here, maybe? No, have it be up here because it's right next to the actual terminal. I think that would be good. Let's go and get a couple tram stops. So let's go ahead and get one down here. And I would preferably want to have it so that way this tram stop is not kept either. So There we go. I think that's good. Let's go and get this set up here. Have it go from Wood Green Halt to Victoria Road to the Crescent, back to Wood Green Halt, back to the Crescent to Victoria Road again. This is only going to be a TRA for tram, and this is going to be for WGR. Okay. Okay, let's go and get some vehicles for you then. I will go and get these ones, just 2 of them. Nothing crazy. Go and get that on the TR. There we go. It automatically readjusts the road. So we got that going for us. Now it is going to utilize just one of these terminals, not just both of them. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this. Okay, and I think that should be okay. We'll find out when we get the trams coming back. Now, it does look like there are everyone that's getting on is going towards the Wood Green Halt, which is fine because that means people are going to go use the ICB. And that should be okay. Let's go and get the cargo lines set up then, or at least one of them. So I think to start off, we should start off with Rugby because that's kind of like the center for the tools production. Then we'll worry about Emsworth and Woodstock. So let's go and get the Rugby Forestry right here. I don't think that's Rugby Forestry. So both of these are considered Rugby Forestry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and connect this road over to the main road. Now granted, it's already connected to the main road via here, but I want to have it be a little bit faster than that connection. Now, I could just go ahead and build a train line, but I'm not doing that yet. I'm not that crazy. Well, sorta. And what we'll do is we'll go and send it over to here, and then bring it over to our tools factory. And the tools factory is going to kind of bring it over into town. So let's go and build out our stations. We're going to need to have 3 length, oh no, my bad. We need to have a 30-meter length station at our initial resources. So the resources for lumber and for anything else that's starting off a production chain. So like for instance, this lumber yard, lumber yard, it's going to be our starting chain. So that's good right there. Same for right here. So we want to have a large station for that. At this station, we want to have 2 platforms, and we preferably want to have them 20 meters, because with the planks, it takes 2 lumber to create 1 plank. So if we have 2 lumber lines that are bringing in lumber, then they're at least going to have 1 lumber coming into the sawmill every drop off per line. So that's what we really want to focus on right there. In fact, what I will go and do is get another platform over here. So that way these 2 will be for drop off, this one will be for pickup. Then it's going to be brought over to the tools factory. Tools factory, we're going to need 1 drop off and 1 pickup for now. Later on, we'll be extending that to about 6 pickup spots and a couple more drop-offs. So we'll have that be right there, just outside the tools factory, and that should be good. And then we're most likely in range of, I'm guessing, all of the... Let me check here. I need to take a look at my overlays. So this is something useful if you have not used this already. We can use our land use layer. So tools are used by commercial, and the commercial facilities are right over here. If we take a look at this station, it is covering pretty much all of our commercials. Maybe there's a couple down here that aren't being covered, but you get the idea. What we could do, if we really wanted to, is we could have it so that way the tools line or the line that's taking the lumber from the sawmill to the factory drops it off in Rugby on its way back. So that way it's making a little bit extra profit when it's on its way back. There's only like maybe a fourth of the segment of the line where it's actually going without any cargo, which is actually a lot better than you think. So what we'll do is we'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and configure this station. So that way we go and get a cargo platform. Which one would be better? I think right there. And that is where the cargo will be dropped off. Now that's fine. That's perfectly fine, actually. So let's go and get these lines set up. First, we want to have the resource-based lines. So the lines that go from the forestry, so Rugby North right there, having it go over to the sawmill, and this is going to be let's go and call it car, so stands for cargo, and this is going to be rug lumber. There we go. Easy. Well, actually I need to rename that to lumber number 1 because there is a second lumber line that we're going to have. The second lumber line is going to go up to here. I'm going to have it go to that, which is fine. And you are going to be another car, rug, LUM, number 2. There we go. Okay, next up, we want to have a line that takes the planks from the sawmill, brings them to the tools factory, and then drops them off in town. There we go. That will work in our favor. This is going to be car, rug, and this is going to be a combination of what? Tools, PLA / TLS for tools. There we go. What I'll go ahead and do is I'll get another road depot over here. Granted, there's one right over in Woodstock, but I'm not too concerned about that. I mostly got that one. Oh, okay, apparently didn't want to place right there. Let's go and place this down and get our lines going. So we want cargo-based lines. We got the DMG Kantstadt, which is 40,000 for that vehicle. Preferably we would want this because it does have the 5 cargo capacity. Whereas if we go with the regular horse-drawn carriage, it's only a 4 cargo capacity. But we have the European flatbed, or flatbed, not flatbread, it's kind of funny, horse-drawn carriage. So this can go take care of lumber and planks. So we only need this for the forestry line though. Let's go and get 20 of these. Okay. We want to get cargo lumber. And we'll do another 20 right there. Now, why am I getting so many? Well, because these vehicles are going to have a hard time spreading out over the course of the start of its lifetime. So, spreading them out is going to be necessary, but buying them in bulk is going to be better than waiting later on. Now, I am going to need to go and get the covered horse-drawn carriage, so that way we can go and transport the tools into town from the tools factory. The way we're going to do this is we're going to go and get 10 vehicles, I think. Let's do 15. That takes half of our available money and puts that on the planks to tools line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up these lines so that way when they reach Rugby North, for instance, this is going to fuel up only on wood and nothing else. When it gets to Rugby Exchange, it is going to unload wood, and that is it. It's going to have a maximum waiting time of 1 minute. Same thing over here. It is only going to load up on wood, unload none, load on none, but unload on wood. And there we go. This line, we want to have it load, if available, Same here for when it's over at Rugby East. We want to have it load up on planks. When it gets to Rugby East, we want to have it drop off its planks and pick up tools. When it gets to Rugby Halt, we don't want it to load up anything. We want it to drop off, though, tools. This will help us manage our line a bit better, so that way they can be much more efficient, is what I'll call it for right now. It does look like these facilities aren't really doing anything right now, but give it some time, and we should. I will go and change these to load if able, meaning that they'll wait there if there is anything. If there isn't, oh well. They're on their way there, and there's already over 150 lumber waiting here. That's kind of incredible. So you kind of can see the difference. This one's just not kicking in. I don't know for what reason, but we are providing transport. I think we gotta wait till the new month for this one to kick in. Kinda looks like it, but I'm not too 100% sure. It might be. So it does look like it is waiting slower than what I would say. That's kind of a bit weird. I haven't seen that in a while. I guess it's because the... I'm not too sure why. It could be something to do with this. It could be something to do with that. What I'm gonna do for now is this Rugby planks line. I'm gonna have it set to load. Pretty much do anything. So that should hopefully increase the production a little bit. I'm not too sure by how much. You are overcrowded, so I might end up changing some of the vehicles on this line to go over to the other. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to transfer some of the vehicles from the second lumber line and get those making money a bit quicker. So let's go and transfer you over to the cargo line 1. Wait, are you on the right line? Oh no, you are not on the right line. I'll keep you on that line. I want to go into... Oh, no, I don't want that. I want to go and send you on cargo line 1. And then I'll go and have you just flip around. So that way you can get there a bit quicker. Now, granted, this forestry will pick up eventually. I'm not too sure how quickly, but it will pick up regardless of the fact. We still got a lot of cargo waiting over here. And in fact, it might be a bit too much for our vehicles to handle. So we might end up having... Well, let's go ahead and work on a way to shorten the trip for our vehicles. So let's go ahead and first kind of like create a bypass. So this is kind of something that's taken from a lot of city planners, where you kind of create a bypass between like your busy areas, and it's very useful actually. So it's not like it's meant to be to solve one problem. It's actually meant to solve a lot of issues directly related to traffic. So that's exactly what we are trying to accomplish here. This will also get the vehicles off the road a bit quicker, and hopefully provide them a faster way to get to the final destination. In fact, they're already using it because it is considered faster for them. So there is that. That should hopefully increase the rate of speed for it. So there's that as well. We got a lot of wood that's being dropped off here, so that's good. And it looks like we got a lot of planks waiting here as well, so that's good. I'm actually going to go and expand this station a bit if I can. So 1, 2, and 3. Just so that way the platforms are a bit larger. Not by a lot, but a bit larger. So there's that. I don't think that there's anything else we really need to do. If there is, then I'll definitely do that in the next episode. But speaking about that, I have been recording for about 40 minutes now, and I need to go and get this video edited rendered and out to you guys as quickly as possible. Anyway, I will see you guys for the next episode on Friday, and if you guys want, I will be streaming Transport Fever 2 later today over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LeoGameNYT, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao for now.